Hey, what's up guys, it's Bakes, and this is actually me at the end of the night after this whole experience is done, but I just wanted to film this little part to let you guys know that this video is going to be very niche and it's not going to be for everybody. This is the first time doing a video on my channel that is sort of vlog style, so I understand not every part of this video you guys are going to enjoy, but I'm going to put chapters in the time bar below, so if you're up to a part in the video that isn't very interesting to you, maybe just go down to the time bar below and find something that does pique your interest, because now that the night's over and looking back all over it, it was a bit all over the place, and I'm sure there's parts that people are going to not enjoy and there's parts that people are probably more interested in. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up about that, and yeah, continue on with the video. Thanks guys. Hey, what's up guys, it's Bakes, and thanks for joining me for this very special video. This is something that I've never done on my channel before, very different to what I normally do. If you've been on my channel before, I'm going to bring you guys along with me tonight when I go to the drive-ins to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. To not get in on any of my thoughts or expectations about the movie yet, I'm just sort of talking about what this video is going to sort of be like. As I said, I've never done anything like this on my channel before. In a way, this video is going to be more like a vlog or something, and I'm actually not going to do too much filming while I'm at the drive-ins. I think this video is going to be very niche. I know not everyone's going to love it. The reason why I'm not going to film too much at the drive-ins, one, because when I'm watching the movie, I don't want to be talking to a camera the whole time. I want to try and understand what's going on and pay attention. And two, I'm not going to film the screen too much either, because it's a new movie, what have you. So yeah, this video is more going to be you guys coming along with me for the drive, stopping to get food, snacks, going into the drive-in, setting up my car. We can have a little wander around if there's time, see what else is playing, and I'll check in with you before the movie, maybe a couple times during the movie, and then I'll let you know my thoughts once the movie's over. So I think this video should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a bit more guerrilla style. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think, as I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to sharing my thoughts towards the end. Hopefully you guys stick around for that. I'll try and sprinkle in little clips and snippets of other things through this video to keep it fresh and updated for you guys. But here we go. I'm in the car ready to go now for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So here we are guys, we're officially driving to the drive-ins now. This is a type of video that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, as in film a marathon video, a movie night, or going to the drive-ins, something like that. So I'm really happy that the situation has finally come up, because as I said, I was really looking forward to doing something like this. I don't often go to the drive-ins too much. I've probably been to the drive-ins maybe 10 or 12 times in my life, and I guess it's depending on your situation and who you are and whatever, if that's a lot or not many times at all. But whenever I go, I always have a good time. The last time I went to the drive-ins was October last year, where I went and watched Terrifier 2. It was a midnight showing of Terrifier 2, October 30th, or well, if it was midnight, technically it was Halloween. And yeah, it was lots of fun. It was very similar situation to this, as in I was going by myself, and like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which I'm going to go see tonight, it was in select cinemas here in Australia and not for a very long time, so it was kind of the only situation to go and be able to watch Terrifier 2 when it first came out. So I had no problems going during that time. My thoughts on Terrifier 2, I don't think I liked it as much as everyone else. I really enjoyed the first half of the movie, you know, Art going around and killing people, all that gore. It was lots of fun. And I don't mean to sound like a hater, but for a slasher movie, I feel like a 2-hour runtime, well, 2-hour plus runtime was way too much. So it sort of lost me in the second half. I didn't mind that they were going into the background and history of Art, and, you know, who he is and everything, but I much preferred the first half of the movie. But yeah, I'm sort of getting off topic. I actually picked up Terrifier 1 and 2 on DVD not too long ago. You'll actually see that in my next collection update. But yeah, to get back on topic, yeah, I don't go to the drive-ins too often. That's purely because the closest drive-ins to me is about half hour away, and that's the one that we're going to tonight. The closest cinema to me is only 10 minutes away, but as I said, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is playing in a select amount of cinemas here in Australia, and the brand of cinema that's closest to me is not one of those companies playing it. So it was either I go to the drive-ins or go to another cinema that is probably just as far away as what these drive-ins are. So I thought, why not make a night of it? It's pretty hard to film when you go to the cinemas anyway, so this is probably a better experience for this type of, as I said, vlog in a way. My expectations for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, I guess we can get into that. First of all, I kind of predicted that it's probably not going to be amazing, and from everything that I've heard, it's not amazing. But as I said, it should be fun, and maybe it's something suited for a night like this, you know, where I can just kick back and have a laugh. I love the environment of being at the drive-ins, you know, everyone's in their own little hub, being their car, and, you know, you bring some friends around, you have a laugh and everything. Obviously, I'm by myself, which I'm fine with. A lot of people are weird about going to the drive-ins or the cinemas by themselves, but it's all cool with me. I don't really care. I guess I'll quickly explain why I'm by myself also. Originally, my girlfriend was going to come along with me. However, she got stuck working the night shift, so she's currently at work, which is understandable. And then any of my mates or friends that I could have brought along with me, it's sort of too late of notice to do it, so it's just me tonight, which, as I said, I'm all cool with. I was actually talking to my girlfriend on the phone just before leaving, and she was saying, I wish I called in sick so I could come along with you, but there's always going to be another time. The only thing that's a bummer about not having someone here is someone to hold the phone for me, because yeah, it's not easy. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this tonight.
It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
Alright, so guys, currently just before we go to the drive-ins, because we still have plenty of time, I am just going to run through the KFC drive-thru to get some proper food, because I haven't eaten, and they do have this really cool retro diner at this drive-ins that I go to. However, like, yeah, none of that food I really feel like, and I've been craving some KFC lately, so I'm just going through the drive-thru now. Just waiting for them to take my order, I guess. Hey guys, it's Bakes, and I just wanted to do this quick little voiceover while I'm waiting for them to take my order at KFC. Yes, it took them a little while to take my order. I guess they didn't realize I was there, so that's what took them so long. But either way, I just wanted to give a quick little shout out to a YouTuber who inspired me to do a video like this, but also gave me faith in a way that a video like this would work. So that YouTuber is Moodz. His channel name is Moodz616. He also does horror content. I've watched him for years. All of his videos are great. So if you like my horror content, his channel is going to be very much up your alley also. So as I said earlier in my video, I wanted to do something like this for the longest time, but also on the other hand, I was very hesitant because I wasn't sure if people would like to watch someone, you know, prepare for a movie night and all of the stuff that goes into that, like waiting in line for KFC. But Moodz on his channel, he has done marathon videos before where he has friends over and stuff like that, and they watch, you know, franchises together and series of films, and I really enjoy watching those videos, and as I said, it gave me faith in hopefully other people enjoy watching it too. So if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have done this video today. This video is very much inspired by his marathon videos or his movie night videos, so go and support his channel. I'm sure he'd very much appreciate it. As I said, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have done it, so shout out to Moodz again, and yeah, hopefully they will take my order soon. Oh my god. Yeah, thanks, brother. Thanks, man. That always seems to be the case. Go to KFC and they're out of chicken. As I was saying, that always seems to be the case with KFC. Somehow they're out of chicken. So I'm waiting for them to bring me something else.
It's our pleasure to welcome you to your friendly drive-in theatre. For the information of those who are attending the drive-in for the first time, the following hints will make you feel at home and add to your enjoyment. Firstly, if you've not already done so, remove the speaker from the stand and place it in your car. Secondly, adjust the volume control to suit your requirements. Right for loud, left for soft. Our ultra-modern snack bar is now open and ready to serve you. Before leaving, replace the speaker on its stand, then drive forward and move to your left. You must never reverse out of your position. Thanks, everyone. We trust you have a very pleasant evening.
So here we go, guys, making our way actually into the drive-ins now. I got my KFC after all that. And I didn't realize I actually haven't given the drive-ins a shout out. We are at Village Drive-ins in Coburg. For a lot of yous guys, I'm sure that is going completely over your heads and you're going, what the fuck is that? Or don't really care what that is, but for my local Aussies, yeah, Village Coburg. I think just like any cinema, it's starting to get more quiet now that streaming is a thing, and you know, actually going out to watch your movies is becoming, I guess, sort of less popular. But this place is really cool. I'm not sure if I said earlier while this was filming, but like the vibe of being at the drive-ins is always really cool. You know, everyone's in their own little hubs, and you know, you can hear people screaming and laughing, and especially this one, you know, it's done up sort of retro. You know, the neon lights, and I know I said this before, they have like this little retro diner in there. Yeah, no, it's a really cool spot, and yeah, it's a shame that I feel like less people are going to the drive-ins nowadays, and I'm actually not too sure if it's going to be a busy showing of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. A little part of me says yes, because it's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Everyone, purely because of how ridiculous it is, I think a lot of people want to see it. But then also, purely because of how ridiculous it is, not a lot of people want to see it. So, I'm really not too sure, but we're waiting for a lot of the cars to clear out so we can go in actually. So that is what I'm sitting and waiting for at the moment. Check out the car on the roof. Hi. Good, thanks. One for Winnie the Pooh.
No worries. Do you have a village card or a card? No problem. That's $23.
Just on cut.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm getting excited about this movie.
Yeah, hopefully it's alright.
So it's going to be cinema number 1 today, which is the cinema on the right-hand side as you come in.
Yep.
The radio station's on your ticket. Just be careful because there's cars leaving at the moment.
Okay,
Thank
too
you.
easy. Thank you. so we got screen 1, which I think is actually the one that I always seem to get put on. That's alright. Yep, so it's the exact same screen as what I had for Terrifier 2. And hopefully I can get a really good spot, because I got a really good spot last time with Terrifier 2 also, so we'll see how lucky I am. And there we go, guys, we're officially here and we have 15 minutes till the movie, so.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey guys, so I know I went to KFC before I got here, but we're gonna walk across to the Village Diner and get a few more snacks. As I said, I thought it was gonna be 50-50 on if there was a lot of people here, and it looks like there isn't gonna be many, but that's alright. Anyway, going into the diner now. I'm not gonna show you what it's like in there because people are in there and it's probably gonna be a bit awkward with me pointing a camera at everybody, but as our friend Cool Dude would say, into the diner we go. Obviously I didn't film while I was in the diner just because other people are around and I'm not fully used to doing vlog style videos yet, so I'm not sure if I have the balls to just walk around with the camera in my face, but I got the goods, I got the snacks, I'll do a haul, and we're waiting for the movie to start. As I said, not very busy, not a lot of cars at all. As I keep saying, the last time I was here, I watched Terrifier 2, and because it was on Halloween, they had a horror movie night playing, so when I showed up, I was here 20 minutes before the movie started and they were playing Trick or Treat, the film from 2007, 2008 by Michael Dougherty. I'm sure everyone knows it, pretty much a cult classic, or a modern classic now. And yeah, the vibes were so good, everyone was having a good time, laughing, screaming. I'm not sure if it will be the same tonight, but I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun. It's pretty warm, it's summer here in Australia at the moment, so it's gonna get colder, but I'm actually sweating in my hoodie at the moment, so I might have to take it off, but I'll show you guys what I got at the snack bar. Okay, so a quick haul of the food that I got. Obviously the KFC from earlier, I'm gonna eat that before it gets cold while I'm waiting for the movie to start, because that's currently what we're doing. But I got a tub of popcorn that looks really nice, and it tastes pretty fucking good. And I got this Mother Energy because, as I said, this movie's starting late. It's starting at 11:30 and I don't want to get too tired, especially since I'm walking home. So I don't drink energy drinks that often unless, you know, a situation like this, so I thought, why not? The flavor is lava guava, so I guess we'll see. But that's the whole of my food. I got plenty of popcorn, KFC, and a drink. And I guess the next time I'll see you is right before the movie starts. Peace, guys. So here we go, guys. The movie has officially started. I still got my snacks here and everything. You can't really see it, it's a bit dark, but I'll check in with you halfway through the movie or maybe towards the end, but yeah, here we go, guys. See you soon.
We should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
What was that?
Alright, so we just had our first kill of the movie and we've seen Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I had to take off my jumper because it was getting real hot. Not the movie, the weather. Sorry, that sounded weird. But we're going to try this Lava Guava Mother Energy.
Why are you doing this? We used to be friends. What? Stop.
Tastes pretty good. It's definitely lots of caffeine. It's going to keep me up, so that's good also. I might check in with you guys again soon. Hey, what's up guys? We are done at the drive-ins. I just left, and time to give you my thoughts on Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. A quick little recap. Where to start? I guess first of all, let's talk about the drive-in experience. Being at the drive-ins is always fun. Everyone seemed to be in a good mood. No one was really complaining. The crowd was relatively quiet. So yeah, it was lots of fun. It's always a good vibe there. I didn't recognise what was on the other screens at first, but then as it went on, Blumhouse's Megan was playing on one of the 3 screens, which was cool that that's still playing. I saw that was the first movie I saw from 2023, so yeah, it was cool that that one seemed to still have a pretty big crowd actually. I didn't recognise what was on the second of the other 2 screens, but then obviously I was watching Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I would say a handful of cars left about halfway through our movie, so maybe that is a good place to start with, giving a review of Winnie the Pooh. Where to start with this movie? I guess don't have your hopes too high. Luckily, I didn't have my hopes too high. It was roughly what I expected the movie to be, quite honestly. Let's start with the acting. The acting was honestly pretty horrendous. The acting was quite bad, and it didn't help the way that the dialogue was written for most of our characters, and on top of that, our characters were just really bad also. I couldn't really tell our characters apart, especially the group of girls, and on top of that, I didn't really care about our characters either, which is fine, especially in a movie like this. You don't need to care about our characters because, they're going to get picked off, and, it's kind of typical for slasher movies to not care about, the characters, but as I said, I couldn't tell them apart. The only characters that I could actually tell apart were Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, which you would fucking hope that you would be able to tell them apart, honestly. But yeah, the group of characters, I didn't really care for them, quite honestly, if I'm, being transparent. To continue on, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, their designs, at first I liked it, or I didn't really mind it at least, because it's almost that ridiculous. Like, they go very cartoonish with it, and I was like, okay, I can get with this, but then, the lack of emotion in their faces, and to a point I just thought it was a bit stupid, and I didn't really care for Piglet's inclusion in the story. With that being said, let's get into the story. As I mentioned, don't expect anything mind-blowing story-wise going into this movie. It actually started quite well. It opened with a drawn animation background and giving you the history of Christopher Robin and the 100 Acre Wood characters, and that was actually quite interesting. I really enjoyed that. It gave you a good background on why Winnie the Pooh and all these other characters had turned feral, and it gave you really good and interesting lore of all those characters. And the opening credits were sort of these newspaper articles, describing these murders going on in the 100 Acre Woods, and that was all really interesting. The setup to this movie was one of my favourite parts and the lore that was built with it, but then once we got introduced to our characters, as I said, I didn't really care for them and they were all quite uninteresting. That's where the movie lost me. Luckily, it didn't feel like the movie ran that long, which was good. So at the end of the day, this movie wasn't great. You know, I don't think anyone's expectations for it were quite high. I think the driving factor is the fact that it is a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. You know, it's purely the novelty of going to see a movie that's, you know, like this. I don't think anyone would have fucking believed that there would be a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, you know, until it was announced. So, you know, I'm sure you can have fun with it, but I'm not even sure if you could say it was so bad it was good. It was just honestly pretty bad. I feel like they held back from the kills and the gore. Don't get me wrong, there were actually some okay kills every now and then, but man, they really could have pushed the envelope and taken it a step further, but they didn't. So at the end of the day, this movie was quite disappointing. But yeah, that was my experience with Winnie the Pooh. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. But yeah, I'm interested to hear your thoughts if you've checked out this movie. And what else can I talk about? They played a few trailers before the movie. I guess I can go through that and sort of give you my thoughts and if I'm anticipating these movies or not. So the first trailer that they played was for Renfield. I'm actually really excited for Renfield, and I'm happy that we're getting a movie like Renfield playing in mainstream cinemas. So if you don't know what Renfield's about, it's a comedic approach on, I guess, the story of Dracula set in a modern day. Dracula is played by Nicolas Cage, and I think he's going to do a great job. He looks fucking ridiculous in the trailers, but I know it's going to be good. Renfield is played by Nicholas Hoult, and I think he's also going to do a great job, because if you've seen him in The Menu, which came out last year, one of my favourite movies from last year actually, he fucking killed his role. He did great, because his character in The Menu is such a douchebag and a fuckwit, but he's so funny. So I reckon he'll do great in that movie as well. I'm really anticipating Renfield. Yeah, and hopefully it's funny. The second trailer that played was for Pearl, and I actually have already seen Pearl. If you watched my video of my top 10 horror movies of last year, Pearl was my number 10. I don't think it was as good as X, but obviously I had it in my top 10, so I still really enjoyed that movie. And I said in that video that it didn't come out in cinemas here in Australia, and honestly I was thinking that they just weren't going to put it out in cinemas and it was just going to go straight to DVD and Blu-ray, but no, it's coming out in cinemas I think later this month, so pretty much a year late. I'm not sure how Australian audiences will go with Pearl, because I'm not even sure if X got a very wide release here in Australia. I don't think it did, so I'm not sure if many people are going to go check out Pearl. I hope they do. If you haven't checked out Pearl and you're hearing me talk about this, go and check it out. It's really good. Yeah, so I'm not going to speak too much on Pearl. If you want to hear more about it, go check out my top 10 horror movies of 2023 list. The third trailer that they played was for Scream 6, which I'm actually quite excited for. Normally, you know, when a major franchise starts to branch out and, you know, they do the whole gimmick of going to a different city and changing the location, you know, we all know what happened with Jason going to Manhattan. So if you're unaware, Scream 6 is going to be Ghostface in New York. So normally when that gimmick comes up, you start to feel like the franchise is losing legs, or at least in my opinion. But I am actually very excited for Scream 6. I'm more excited for Scream 6 than what I was for Scream 5, I guess, that came out last year. You know, there's a lot of people that are mixed on the trailers. I think the trailer's actually okay, and as I said, I'm excited for it. A lot of people were mad that in the trailer Ghostface was using a gun. I don't see a problem with it. I think it just matches the vibe. I don't know. I'm excited for Scream 6. And then the final trailer that played was for Cocaine Bear, which also comes out later this month. And I'm excited for Cocaine Bear. That was the first time I actually watched the trailer in full. And it looks ridiculous. But I feel like it will be a better example of a movie so bad it's good than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So I'm excited for Cocaine Bear later this month. But let me know your thoughts on those movies and if you're excited to check them out. And I am just about home, so I'll see you guys in a little bit again. So there we go, guys, all back inside from returning home from the drive-ins. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit all over the place until I watch back over it and edit it and put it all together. I'm not sure how it's gonna look, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and comment, and if you've seen Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey or any of those movies that I talked about on my drive home, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, thank you for joining me again, guys. I am super tired. It is now 1:45 in the morning, so it's pretty late. I am a little bit tired. That movie took a little bit out of me, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I'm also fucking full. Every time I go to the movies, drive-ins, whatever, I always overestimate how much I'm gonna eat, so I am full, my stomach is hurting, and I'm ready to sleep it off. So thank you for joining me in this video, guys. As I said, this is something that I was really looking forward to, and it's something that I want to continue doing in the future, whether it's going to the drive-ins again or even just doing a movie night at home, marathon videos, watching like whole franchises or just a bunch of movies and having you guys there with me. So if you like this type of content, let me know also. But thank you again, guys, for joining me in this video, and I'll see you again soon. Peace, guys.